Good evening. Your creature of the night, Count Lugosa, is back for another movie review. And I am very scared of Abraham Lincoln. Ah! Ah! Yes, I'm here to review Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter. As you can see, I have... Damn. Hey, oh man. Oh jeez. These new improved teeth, and they don't stay in as well as I hoped they would. Oh man, it's just about as bad as the old ones. Oh, damn. I guess I'll have to use the old ones now, again. Alright. So much for the new, improved, stronger teeth. I was afraid those damn things were going to fall out. As I was about to say before my vampire teeth fell out again. I thought the movie was very good. Yes, there are a lot of criticisms. There have been a lot of bad reviews about this movie. And the reason, as I've watched from Maven's review on That Guy with the Glasses, she says that a lot of people have not been going in with the right mindset. Wouldn't it be awesome is if Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter? And it does have some pretty good action scenes. It does have some very good actors. Benjamin Walker is Abraham Lincoln, and he is a darn good Lincoln. He's darn good when he's playing Lincoln at 20 years old, and between the 20s and 30s, and when they do the makeup job on him to make him look like the Abraham Lincoln we know with the beard and the top hat, that really does a great job as well. We really don't see the Abraham Lincoln we know as loved cutting vampires up with his axe until the very end of the movie, unfortunately. And I think a lot of people wanted to see more of that. And a lot of people who read the book also had a lot of main criticisms because the same guy who wrote the book wrote the screenplay for this movie, and they felt that he didn't include him as much of Abraham Lincoln as a child, because that's character development right there. But I think you can only include so much of the child before you have to go to the adults. So this is a 2-hour movie, or however long a movie it is. You can't have it like 3 hours long or 6 hour long. I mean, this is not a Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings film. You know, we know that The Hobbit's going to be like 3 hours long, so we can't have every movie that's based on a book be as long as The Hobbit. So Abraham Lincoln gets, as a child, he witnesses his mother being killed by a vampire, and this drives him to become a vampire hunter. Henry Sturgis, played by Dominic Cooper, who was Howard Stark in the Captain America film, he teaches Abraham Lincoln how to become a vampire hunter. We get this training montage of Abraham Lincoln swinging an axe like Conan the Barbarian swinging a sword. Anthony Mackie is Abraham Lincoln's best friend. Will Johnson, oldest friend. Jimmy Simpson, who plays Joshua Speed, first guy to ever employ Abraham Lincoln as a shop clerk or something like that. Mud Psychosis plays Jack Bart, the vampire who kills Abraham Lincoln's mom. Rufus Swell, I can't pronounce that last name, unfortunately. He was in the Blessed Child movie, and he is the head vampire in this movie. Finally, we have the beautiful Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who plays Abraham Lincoln's wife, and she does a wonderful job in that role. And we have a lot of vampires who are plantation owners, and they feed off the slaves, which that makes sense if this was historically accurate, which it knows it's not. It knows it's fiction. The movie knows it's fiction. And a lot of the vampires were very scary in this movie. They moved very quickly, as vampires should. They were invisible. This movie says that the vampires have found a way to adapt to sunlight, yet, which is a disappointment to me, they don't tell how the vampires have adapted to sunlight. And they show the vampires wearing sunglasses, and I don't understand why they didn't really give a good details to why the vampires have found a way to adapt to sunlight. I mean, that would really help and for us to understand that, because most of us, when we understand vampires are out in sunlight, they get burned. You would think that they would explain that a little bit better. How do the vampires get adapted to sunlight? But obviously they want to focus more on the action. And for 15 minutes almost, there is no action whatsoever in this movie. Because that's where they did start to develop Abraham Lincoln as a president. And I understand you want to develop Abraham Lincoln as a president. You want to show him as a president before showing him again killing the vampires. But you got to keep something going, keep something happening in order to keep the audience interested, or else the audience is going to get bored. And I did find that 15 minutes a little bit boring, but it was understandably boring. And there was also a ridiculous scene where Lincoln is jumping from horse to horse after a vampire. I mean, I understand a vampire jumping from horse to horse, but a mere human? Seriously? Humans can't move like that, and I don't care how well trained you are as a vampire hunter. I don't think you can move from horse to horse like that. That's a little bit much. One spoiler there. Too much slow motion. Too much slow motion. Aside from that, I thought it was a very good film, very enjoyable. I mean, if you're able to forget historical knowledge and just focus on fiction of what Abraham Lincoln could be, I thought it was a very good movie. And this is definitely much better than Dark Shadows. And it's even better than Underworld 4 movie. Maybe a little bit better, because the acting is much better in this film than Underworld 4. I really like this movie a lot, and I do think people should see it. 3D is awesome. It does show a lot of things coming out at you. An 8 out of 10. Damn, I hate these old fangs. You might disappear and act again.